Hi everyone, my name's Eric Rosenberg and I'm here today for FX Empire to talk all about Nadex. Nadex is an online platform that allows you to trade in a wide variety of assets using three different types of underlying derivatives. These are binary options, touch brackets, and call spreads. Now, if you don't know a whole lot about these, that's okay. A lot of people are not familiar. There are education sections on this website that help you learn more about them, but do beware that they are very high risk. There's a high chance you could lose your money, and depending on how you use leverage, you could lose it very quickly. So it's important to understand what you're doing before you get going. That's why we recommend starting with a demo account, and that's where we're going to look today under the hood at what you can do on the Nadex platform. Now at Nadex, you don't trade assets directly, you trade derivatives of those assets. So that means, for example, if you're trading foreign exchange, you're not going to be buying and selling those currencies directly. You're going to be trading on a market or an asset class that follows the underlying asset. So Nadex gives you 5 different types of markets to trade on. Those are stock indices, commodities, economic events, forex, and cryptocurrencies. Gotta make it rain. But in all seriousness, there are 3 different ways you can trade these markets on Nadex. The first and the most popular are binary options. Now, binary options are a bet on a yes-no scenario in the future. So let's say you want to make a binary option trade on the S&P 500 index. That's a major stock market index. So you would make a bet that the S&P 500 would be at a certain price at a specific date and time in the future. If the S&P 500 is above, you say it will be above that price, you win, you're in the money, your option is profitable. If you're wrong, you lose money. So given that's a yes-no, there's either going to be a win or lose scenario with your binary option. Now, touch brackets and call spreads are a little bit more complex and a little less common, so we're not going to go into the details as deeply on those. We're going to focus more on binary options for our review today. So next, we're going to dive right into the Nadex platform so you can see what you would be doing if you use Nadex. And we're going to be using the demo platform today. And as I said earlier, I highly recommend you jump into the demo and give it a try yourself. That's a good way to learn how binary options work. It helps you learn and understand the trading, and it helps you understand if you would be profitable if you're good at it. So make sure you give it a try and kick the tires with fake money before you put your real money into these markets. So here is the default display you'll see when you log into the Nadex platform. The first thing you'll see front and center is any recent news or important messages. Right now, they are letting us know that there's going to be some symbol changes coming up on the platform. So we're going to go ahead and dismiss that, and we can dive in and see the main screens. So by default, we have a few different boxes here. Now note each box we have, like right now we have the watch lists and our open positions and working orders. Those are all customizable in size and the contents. So for example, if we don't want to see working orders, we could just click that X and it's gone. And we could perhaps expand or move another section so we can see more of what's going on. So if you want to see the whole watch list, we could expand it. So that's within the web platform. You don't even have to download a desktop platform to be able to customize and work with your views. That's a great feature of Nadex. Right now, we are looking at a binary trade chart for the US dollar against the euro closing at 11 p.m. on the time I'm recording this. So right now it's 10:42 p.m. You can see the time in the top right. And looking at the screen right in front of you, in the middle, you can see time left. It's counting down 17 minutes and 37 seconds and going down. So that shows you the short-term nature of binary options. When you make your bet, you're going to do it for a price that is less than 20 minutes away. that is, again, the yes or no situation. Looking down the bid and offer columns, we can see the different prices, whether you want to bet that the price will be above or below a certain price at that expiration time. Now, when you make the bet, you're going to make it right now to expire or mature at that time when the timer hits 0. So it's important to look at the current price. That's where the bid and offer come together. And you can see when prices go up and down as the screen's flashing in front of you. That's the blue and red flashes, the blue as the prices go up and down, respectively. Now, if you have a live account, you can fund your account right on the top left, if you can see the mouse here, by debit card or direct deposit using an ACH in the United States. So if you want to fund your account with real money, you can do that very quickly and easily. Right now, we are using a demo account. You can see demo at the top with $25,000. So we're watching the time tick down. Let's say we think we are going to make money on this option right here. The euro to US dollar will be above the $1.13. We can see it goes down to 3 decimal places. That last one's always a 0 here. And we want to enter our trade. We follow that across. We can either bid or offer depending on the type of trade you want to enter. So let's say we're going to enter this trade here to sell. That's what the offer click is. So we're going to enter for, let's go for 100 options here, or 100 binary assets. So we can see when we enter that number, we can choose a different type of order. We can do a market order or a limit order. And depending on the kind of order and the price we set, the above and below price, we can adjust that here even after we click into the trade screen. Say we change our mind and we want to sell at 50 cents. Our 100 options give us a maximum profit of $50 and a maximum loss of $9,950. So that's where we can see the leverage risk here with binary options. The potential downside is a lot bigger than the potential upside. So you really want to make sure you are certain that this trade is going to go your way before you click the place order button. Now let's say you change your mind. You've been looking at the charts. You've been watching the news. You want to buy instead. We flip it here and the maximum profit is $9,950 and the maximum loss is $50. So when you do this trade, your potential income is a lot higher and your potential loss is a lot lower. The risk is a lot better in your favor compared to selling. And that ratio of what's going to happen will change depending on, again, the order type, the size of the order, and the price you put in. This watch list here is showing us some of the most popular daily binaries you can trade on Nadex, but as you can see on the Finder, and there's also a market filter on the left-hand side, you can click through and trade binaries, call spreads, and touch brackets all through this same online web-based interface. So let's say you want to trade a commodity binary instead of Forex. You can just drill in right there. You can trade gold, crude oil, natural gas, silver. And there's all different types of assets that we discussed earlier on in the video supported here. So don't feel limited to what we looked at today. This is just a taste of what you're able to trade. But again, just to emphasize, make sure you understand the risks involved. Right now, we're going to jump in and look at the education section where you can expand your knowledge before you get started. When you trade with Nadex, you're trading on the North American Derivatives Exchange, which is a regulated marketplace. And when you dive into these regulated marketplaces, even though there are people looking from the government, you are still able to lose money. You're still able to risk things. So that's why you should go through some of these educational courses to get started. So this is the Learning Center at nadex.com, because Nadex is both the platform and the marketplace. They offer some of the best resources that you could ever want to learn how to trade on Nadex, to trade these specific types of assets. So this is the educational courses section. You can learn more about Nadex, the different markets, how things work, and go through these step-by-step courses on the different types of trades you can place. Again, this is very important. You want to understand what you're doing before you put your money on the line. In addition to educational courses, you can see webinars, videos, look at examples of trades, and download ebooks. Nadex also provides market news, FAQs, and a glossary of terms, so you can learn more about the terminology when you're trading on the Nadex platform. On behalf of FX Empire, thanks for joining us today for this walkthrough of the Nadex platform. We hope you found it interesting and educational. You can get a lot more detail at our written review at fxempire.com. So if you have not checked that out, be sure to head over right now. Thanks again. Talk to you next time.